So the financial future of Nissan dealerships across the US is looking increasingly bleak, with recent trends sparking deep concern about the viability of these businesses. In the first half of 2024, the average Nissan dealership's profitability nosedived by an alarming 70% compared to the same period in 2023. This plunge marks the lowest profitability levels seen in nearly 15 years, raising significant fears and legitimate fears about the long-term sustainability of these dealerships. Now, Nissan's global sales in 2024 have shown mixed results, with some increases and some decreases. In fact, in July 2024, global sales increased 16.8% year on year, with about 267,000 vehicles, with a 38% increase in China. Now, January through May of this year, global sales increased 4% year over year to about 1.4 million vehicles, while global production decreased by about 2% to 1.3 million vehicles. Exports from Japan increased 3.5%, and then April to June, global sales remained even with the same period in 2023. However, profit was impacted by increased sales incentives and marketing expenses. Back here in home soil, a staggering 38% of Nissan's 1,071 dealerships are now operating at a loss, a situation that many dealers describe as unprecedented. Quote, "Dealers are struggling more than they have in a long time," said one retailer, a sentiment echoed by others. The crux of the issue, a desperate need for volume. Quote, "We need volume and we need it fast," said another dealer, highlighting the urgent need for more sales to stem the financial bleeding. The financial data underscores the severity of the situation. Nissan's dealership network saw its return on sales, a critical measure of profitability, plummet to a mere 1%, down from 3.2% just a year earlier. This steep decline resulted in the average net profit for a dealership crashing to $262,000, a sharp drop that has already led to the closure of 8 Nissan franchises this year alone so far. The rapid pace at which profitability has deteriorated is alarming, with some dealers noting that their sales volumes are half of what competing brands like Honda, Toyota, Subaru, and Hyundai are achieving in the same markets. This lack of new car sales not only affects revenue from vehicle sales, but also has a ripple effect, reducing trade-ins, which in turn impact other profit centers such as finance, service, and parts. Nissan's U.S. market share, which stood at 5.8% in the first half of this year, 2024, is down a significant 1.9 percentage points from 5 years ago, further exacerbating the challenges faced by those dealers. Meanwhile, Nissan's competitors are faring much better. Hyundai's market share increased by 1.2 percentage points to 5.1, and Toyota's share rose by almost 1% to 12.9. Even Honda, despite a slight dip, remains ahead of Nissan with an 8% share. These figures paint a troubling picture for Nissan, which is rapidly losing ground to its rivals. Several factors are contributing to this crisis. Higher interest rates, rising floor plan expenses, and lower per vehicle margins are squeezing profitability across the board. Alan Haig, he's a president of buy-sell firm Haig Partners, noted that dealership profitability industry-wide dropped about 30% in the first half of the year, with Nissan and Stellantis dealers bearing the brunt of the downturn. Quote, "It's systematic of the mismatch between price and product," he explained, emphasizing the importance of having desirable products at competitive prices. Nissan's response to these challenges has been to implement a series of initiatives aimed at boosting dealer profit opportunities, including increasing throughput. However, dealers remain skeptical about the effectiveness of these measures. The brand's focus on introducing new products such as the redesigned Kicks, Armada, and Murano is expected to lift brand awareness and traffic into stores, but it may not be enough to reverse this downward trend. And this is real. Adding to the concern is Nissan's slow adoption of hybrid technology as competitors like Toyota, Honda capitalize on the growing popularity of hybrids. Nissan has been left behind. The company plans to introduce its e-Power Series hybrid system to the U.S. and deliver a plug-in hybrid model based on the Mitsubishi Outlander's PHEV's powertrain in the coming years. However, these efforts may be too little too late as Nissan's competitors continue to gain market share with their hybrid offerings. The situation has led some dealers to suggest that Nissan's retail network is overextended, with sales volumes unable to sustain a network built for a market share of 7 to 10%. There are calls for Nissan to strategically reduce the number of its dealerships by as much as 40%. While this move could dramatically improve profits for the remaining stores, there is skepticism about whether Nissan has the financial resources to execute such a plan. The current state of Nissan's dealership network raises serious questions about the long-term sustainability of these businesses. As the company struggles to regain its footing in the U.S. market, the livelihoods of thousands of dealership employees and the future of these franchises hang in the balance. Without significant changes, the outlook remains grim, and the road ahead for Nissan dealers is fraught with uncertainty. Potential for a shakeout in the Nissan dealership network is high, with larger, diversified retailers likely to offload weaker franchises, creating opportunities for smaller, less capitalized dealers to step in. However, whether this will be enough to secure a brighter future for Nissan dealerships remains to be seen. Love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below on this topic. Until next time, thanks for watching. Adios. If and when you are in the market for a new SUV, car, or truck, check out quotes.everymandriver.com for the best deals being offered in your zip code from qualified dealerships. That is quotes.everymandriver.com. If you don't find what you're looking for in your zip code, expand that zip code. Be willing to travel a few miles outside your area to save a few hundred, possibly a few $1,000s on a new compact SUV, truck, or car by going to quotes.everymandriver.com. There's also a link below this video. Today's video is brought to you by The Cold Plunge. Use discount code DAVE150 at checkout at thecoldplunge.com. Immediately save $150 off your purchase. That's DAVE150 at thecoldplunge.com. There's also a link below this video.